I just wanted to do a video today about why I kind of regret going to college. Like, I was having a conversation with my little cousin, and he was telling me that he wasn't sure. God dang it, these dang on cats. What y'all doing? Anyway, they done knocked over the cat food. I'll get in a second. But anyway, my cousin was telling me that he wasn't sure if he wanted to go to college. And I was just telling him that don't go if you don't want to. You can get a certification in something. You can go get a trade. And honestly, the job that I'm doing now, I got 2 degrees. Ooh, yeah, I really need a retwist real bad. Jelena said hi. But I have 2 degrees, and the job that I'm doing don't have nothing to do with neither one of them. And I'm making really good money, and you don't need a degree to do it. So I just got these in, trying something different for the kids. They're Golden Grains mini cakes, and they're supposed to be made with real fruits and be a good source of protein. And you know, the kids go back to school next week. So I ordered these to put in their lunch kits, or maybe give them for breakfast. I don't know. I might have to try this. I can put in a lunch as like a little side. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. You can make so much money with just getting a little certification in scaffold building. Oh, this is cute. This is my daughter's PE uniform. You can make a lot of money being a scaffold builder. You can get your HVAC certification. My brother, he got his. He didn't do anything with it, but he got it. And now he's a truck driver, making good money too. He didn't need a degree to be a truck driver. And with that, he ended up going through Stevens Transport, where they paid for him to like get his license and go to school and this stuff. And he do have to pay them back, I guess, or you got to drive with them for a certain amount of time. I know that. Who else does that? Swift, but I hear so many bad things about Swift drivers. People are always talking about how bad Swift drivers are. And I got them some little water bottles to take to school with them too, with their school logo on it. Well, I guess I could show y'all. There's so many Harmony public school locations. Y'all wouldn't know. Yeah. So I got Jaden the blue one and Jelena this one. Hopefully she doesn't lose pieces to them, because I try to get them water bottles every year to take to school, and they last about 2 weeks, and then Jelena has lost the straws or hidden the bottles or taken them somewhere with her. So I can't wait for Jaden to wake up so he can see them. But yeah, like I was saying, the job that I'm doing now, you don't even need a degree for it. If I would have known about it a long time ago, I would have done this, because it's something I actually like doing. I love math. I have great people skills, even though I do get overwhelmed by being around a lot of people and talking to a lot of people. And this one, I do it virtually. I do sometimes have in-person audits. So like, I'm a premium auditor. Basically, I audit policies for like general liability insurance, workers' comp insurance, and liquor liability. So those are the type of audits that I do. And so I have to check their financial records, which the MBA in accounting help, but the jobs teach you everything that you need to know. So it's not hard at all. It's easy to learn. I feel like pretty much anybody could pick it up. I'm currently in the process of trying to get 2 of my friends on with me to do the virtual audits. They're really needing people in the Dallas area. So I got my homegirl interview who lives like in the Arlington area, and because I was considering moving to Dallas so that I could get more audits done. I actually, surprisingly, I like the physical audits, like the in-person audits, more than I like the virtual. Because when you're doing a virtual audit, I feel like people don't take you as serious. Like, they don't answer their phone. They're like, oh, this is probably a scam. I'm like reaching out to the insurance agent, like, hey, can you talk to Billy Bob and tell him to answer my phone, answer my email or whatever. And so it's just a lot harder. But when you are scheduling a in-person audit, people take you a lot more serious. You can get more details. People are like just more open when you're, because these are people's financial records, you know. They don't want you all in their business. They don't want you all in their business, you know. But yeah, so if I could have done this over again, if I could go back and talk to my 18-year-old, well, I actually started college when I was 17. I went to this program where I did my last year of high school and my first year of college at the same time, and I was staying on the college campus. So if I could have went back in time, I would have taken like a good gap year or so just to like figure out what I wanted to do in life. And I feel like I went to college because that's what you were supposed to do. And the first degree that I got my bachelor's in social work because I really love helping people, but I didn't want to go through all of those years of becoming a psychologist, because basically you have to get your master's or your doctorate to really use your psychology degree. But social work, it's also like about the whole person, and like their like social circle, their economic, situation. It takes everything into account. And so that's why I had chosen the social work route, and I loved it. But when I graduated, I was getting paid the same amount as a Chick-fil-A worker. My first job out of college, my first job out of college, I was working for a hospital, and that one I was making like $17.50, which wasn't too bad. But then I kept getting sick. My daughter kept getting sick, and I'm glad that I switched before COVID or whatever. But that was in 2016. And then I ended up going into the mental health field, which I really loved. I learned a lot about my own mental health. I didn't know that I was just functioning, and I was battling postpartum depression, and I didn't even know it until we were doing this training, and it was like mental health CPR. And in that training, they were just talking about things. And like at one point, I was just sobbing in the class, and I was like, oh my God, that's me. Like, I'm just a functioning depressive person. Like, I was just living on autopilot and just doing everything that I thought that I was supposed to do to be like a successful and productive adult. I got my degrees, I worked, I paid my bills, and I would go home, cook dinner. Like, I just felt like a little Stepford wife, just like checking off the boxes of what you should be doing as a woman in today's society. I did all of that, and I was not happy. I'm still not completely happy, but I feel like I'm more myself. Back then, I feel like I was just like a little robot. But yeah, that's why I feel like it's important to talk to the younger generation and say, hey, if you don't want to go to college, that's okay. Take some time and think about like what you really want to do, because when you wake up every morning and go to work, you the one who have to be happy. Like, your family could tell you, I want you to be a doctor, I want you to be a lawyer, I want you to be this. But every morning, if you waking up and you like, oh, I gotta go to this mother again, don't do it. You gotta do what you want to do. Because I know when I was working as a social worker, I just my brother bill. Anyway, but I know when I was working as a social worker, I loved the work I did, but it was very draining, especially, oh, I'm gonna have to call him. This was insurance card. Put this up there. But yeah, I was dealing with my own mental health disorders, and the more that like I work with people, I was like, dang, we have so much in common. It's just I just shove mine to the back and keep going. Like anytime something traumatic would happen to me, I just shove it to the back and keep going and living my life on autopilot, and that wasn't good for me, and that's why I'm trying to work through it now, and seeing like how everything that I've gone through in my past affected me. Eventually I probably will do a video about it, but I've been through so much as one person, and I'm still like this happy bubbly person, and I think I don't realize all the things I went through until like I make a new friend, and we've been friends for like 2-3 years, and as we're friends, more and more stuff comes out about things that I went through, and usually they start looking at me and they're like, are you okay? Like, I'm like, yeah. And they're like, no, like, are you okay? Like, I've been through therapy. I've been to therapy like 3 or 4 times. I got fired by a therapist one time. I guess I was just like a little bit too much for her to handle, and she was like, yeah, that was the postpartum depression one. I went to a therapist, and she was like, you need to go get on meds. And yeah, I kept trying to schedule a session with her, and she would never schedule with me again. And I was like, I didn't say nothing crazy, girl. Like, hey, Jaden.
Hey, I woke up on your side of the bed.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I didn't say nothing crazy, girl. Why you don't want to work with them no more? It's crazy. Oh, we gotta go pick up our grocery order in a little bit.
Okay.
I was gonna let you sleep.
This.
You froze some more ice. What's in the ice today?
I think go for the kids and beer.
Okay. Will you put this in the snack cabinet? Thank you. So yeah, I got fired by a dang therapist. And this video is not going like I thought it would. I was supposed to be talking about not going to college. But anyway, yeah. So my first long-term job out of college, I was only making $15.55 an hour. And I think the Chick-fil-A workers at that time were getting paid $15.50 or $15. So it was like I could go to Chick-fil-A and make sandwiches and pass them out and be making about the same amount of money. And yeah, but on $15.55 an hour, I was able to purchase a home, which is crazy. Can't do that now. And then so yeah, I really love what I did. My favorite role as a mental health social worker was at one point I was working with people who had they were duly diagnosed with mental health and substance abuse. I didn't think that would be something that I would like, but that actually is my favorite job of all time. Like, I just knowing that you helping people and then just getting to know them, because that, like, I think before I never would have been like, I would have been like, oh, he's an alcoholic or whatever, but like it's truly a disease, and some people are just I'm trying to find the right words. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but basically some people are just more susceptible to addictions. And a lot of times people don't know that they have undiagnosed mental health disorders, and they're treating them on their own with drugs. Like a lot of people that had schizophrenia that I work with, they were coping with like doing meth. People who I work with who had bipolar disorder were alcoholics. People that I work with that had depression, of course they were doing alcohol, but they were also like just, you know, and also bipolar, they were doing like cocaine too, you know. So like a lot of them, it was a trend that I saw that like with certain disorders that they had, they were coping with drugs, and it always lined up. Like, yeah, but it's been a while since I worked with them. And then after that, I ended up working with children, teaching them coping skills, also teaching nurturing parenting classes, to work with parents to teach them how to deal with their kids that had different disabilities and different things. Like I had some children that had bipolar crazy diagnosed at a very young age, and that's very hard to get a diagnosis of bipolar disorder at a young age. I had a lot with ODD, which is oppositional defiance disorder. I had a lot of ADHD and a lot of autism. But with the ADHD, I think the most important thing for parents to remember is they easily pick up the personalities of the people around them, especially other children. So it's important to watch who you have your kids hanging out with. If you wouldn't raise your kid like that, or you don't want your kid acting like that, do not allow your kids to be around them type of people. And also watch what you do, because your kids are going to pick up what you do. You can't be telling your kids, like, you can't put your hands on people, and you whooping them every day. Like, you have to find other ways to punish your kids. And I'm not one of them parents who's like, you shouldn't be, because I got my butt whooped and I turned out fine. But with my children, my parenting is a lot different from how I was raised. My kids are very nice. They're very respectful. They're very sweet. But that's because I have conversations with them. Now, if something big happened, like my daughter, she used to be a runner. She has autism. And she would run out in the street. But before she would run out in the street, she would look at me and she would see a car coming. She would make eye contact with me and take off. And so I whooped her butt. Because you can die, girl. You're going to get hit by a car. Yeah, I whooped her butt. She don't do that no more. And I would say, I'm not beating them. I'm spanking them. I don't know if you can say that on YouTube or not, but can you tell I got ADHD? A little bit. My bad. So, yeah. But yeah. And then now, so I got tired of doing social work, so I decided to switch. And before I decided to go to social work, I met with a career counselor, and they told me that I would either be good as an accountant or a social worker. Both of them kind of fit with me, liking to help people, but also like numbers and kind of the business sense as well. So I went and got my MBA in accounting, because it was a lot easier to get into an online program for that instead of just like a master's of accounting. It's very competitive. So I did my MBA in accounting, and not even knowing what I was going to do when I graduated. I was just like, I'm going to get this degree and life's going to be great. And when right before I graduated, I was applying for all these jobs, and I was just getting denial after denial after denial after denial. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? Like, I don't want to got this degree and I can't even use it. And one day I got a call back in December, right after I graduated, and it was for a premium auditing position, and they actually liked my background in social work and like customer service. They was like, we can teach you the systems and everything else. We just need somebody who can easily talk to people and whatever. So that's what they liked about me, not the accounting background. Crazy. But
look at this.
Let me see.
The feet are at the bottom.
Oh Lord. He done froze a Lego man in a block of ice. What you gonna do with it? Let it melt or throw it?
I'm gonna try to break it.
Are you gonna try to break it? Okay.
Because this was unbreakable in there.
It was? You tried to break it on my floor? What you tried to break it on?
Well, why you think? Look at the kitten. Like, look. The kitten put her face in it.
Is she putting her hand in there? Is there still some ice in the bowl?
I don't know. The kitten's putting her face in it.
She like, oh, why is it like this? That's funny. But yeah. So yeah, with the current job go ahead, throw it. Don't hit my car.
I'm just trying to.
Okay. So, anyways.
Okay.
How long is this video? Oh, okay. 19 minutes long, kind of long. Okay, let's wrap this up. Okay, but anyways, so with the job that I do now, I realized like they were like, oh yeah, you don't need a degree, you don't need this, and I'm like, I would have been doing this a long time ago. I get paid way more than I've ever been paid before. My last social work job, I was getting paid $24 an hour, and I worked really hard. I came from that was 8 years as a social worker to go from 16 to 24. Okay, and with this job out the gates, I'm making $42 an hour. And I'm able to relax a little bit more. I'm not working as hard. I can spend time with my kids. I could do things that I want to do. So, if I could go back in time, I don't think I would have gotten my degrees. I would have figured out how to get into this field a long time ago. Or I just got a certification. Honestly, I think that if anything, I probably would have became a carpenter. I would have loved to learn how to do like woodworking and things like that. I would love that. And also with doing insurance auditing, I get to see how much people are making. How much like I do, because the general liability policies are usually based on sales or cost, and then workers' comp is based on pay. So I get to see how much people are getting paid in different industries, and I also get to see how much businesses are earning. And when I tell you construction is making money, it is ridiculous. Like, I've been working with some companies that are making like millions, $10 million, $20 million, just being house painters. I was like, what? Like painting the inside and outside of houses, making like $20 million for the company. Home builders making bank. What's another field that I'm seeing a lot of money in? Gas stations. Owning a gas station. Good money. Oh, you got ice on the inside. Can you still put them back together? Okay.
Can I move the legs anymore? Okay.
Yeah, they'll thaw it eventually. Okay. Well, let me go. I need to go spend time with my baby. And we got to go pick up our grocery order. And I got to cut my grass today. So, we're going to get up out of here.
I don't think that's possible.
Is the grass still wet? It rained really bad yesterday. So, this is a continuation to the video that I was recording earlier about why I regret going to college. And I'm not sure how I'm going to edit this and split it up. I don't know if the sound is different because I'm using my headphones. Let's come in here to check on my cat, and he's good. But I would say sometimes I regret going to college, or at least getting my social work degree, because I felt like I learned a lot in school, but everything that I really learned was in the field, on the job. I just kind of feel like anything could be taught on the job. Going to school for 4 years and stuff is kind of unnecessary. But I do appreciate having my degrees, and I feel like everything in life happens for a reason. And if I wouldn't have gotten them, and in the times I've gotten them, I wouldn't be where I am now. So I don't completely regret it. Will I get more degrees? Probably so, because I'm addicted to education and learning new things. Right now I'm working on a TFL certification so I can teach abroad. I've been thinking about going to Thailand with the kids, like going to go visit for 2 weeks and see how we like it. My daughter's father is from Ghana, and he's thinking about moving back to Ghana, so that's also an option. I don't know. So I want to start traveling more with the kids until we decide where we want to land, because my son is so sweet and nice and loving and caring, and I just don't feel like America is a place for him to flourish, because one day he will be a black man. And so I don't know. But yeah, as far as degrees, I kind of want to go back and get a master's in psychology and then get my doctorate in neuropsychology, but I don't. It's dumb, because like I don't want the degree to use it for work. I want the degree to learn the things for myself. Like, I want to learn more about autism. I want to learn more about ADHD. I want to know more about how the brain works. That's just the kind of stuff I like researching. Like, I've bought textbooks for neuropsychology so that I can read them and stuff. Like, I just like learning. And if school wasn't so expensive, I'd probably have 50 million degrees. I put my water down. I guess you can have it. Go ahead. But I love education. I just, as far as like, I don't feel like some degrees.
Three other people already watched it.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me finish. Okay. But I just don't feel like college should be stressed on kids as much as I know we stressed as children. Like, we were always told as millennials that once you graduate high school, the next step is college. They don't give you any other options. And I just want the next generation to know that you don't need a degree to be successful. Really take the time and figure out what's best for you. And let me get to these kids and also cleaning up my yard.